Black Monday to the grand turnaround, aka the Uno reversal card, to the blow off top, to ultimately the black swan that causes the biggest crash of this century. This is going to be a crypto market update. It is Monday, April 7th, 1:44 p.m. We're going to dive into it. And if you haven't already seen my video, I guess I had put it out yesterday, which was crypto capitulation or fake breakdown to reversal for Bitcoin and altcoins. Wow, I thought I had posted this a couple days ago. Jeez, with crypto being so volatile and the times being so exciting, feels like time is flying, but it's not. So this is great. So yeah, if you haven't already seen this video, definitely watch it because this outlines basically the scenario that had panned out before it panned out. And basically that was if we go into the charts now, so we got Bitcoin up on the weekly chart. Let's go to it. And basically we had covered that, all right, to start the new weekly candle, we could drop down to tap that 1 week 50 moving average. And then ultimately at the beginning of the week, start to get bought up. And by the weekly candle close, ideally have a long wick on the bottom and the candle body that's all the way at the top would be a bullish candle on the weekly. And ideally getting back up, yes, 89K is key as it always has been, but getting above this weekly EMA ribbon here at like 86,500 will be the telltale sign that we could be headed to that next phase. The blow off top. This is the point where we would do the grand reversal, and we came down. It was a scary moment, $74,500. And let's do a horizontal line here. We came right down, a little bit shy of hitting this high over here from March 2024, and this little wick here in October 2024. So let's say if we were to come down and go a little bit lower, which we'll have to see at the end of the day, the daily candle close, if that's likely or not. It's likely, we could just tap that top there around like 74K if we haven't already bottomed already, in my opinion. But yeah, so that is panned out with Bitcoin. Looking at this weekly candle right now, or weekly MACD bar right now, even if we close where we're at right now, you can see that we're starting to shift. It's not beat red at the moment, but now we're trying to close the body of the candle above this 786 as well too, which is definitely a must, or we could see a breakdown extension to that 2618. When you break a 786, you can come down to the 2618. We absolutely need to hold this level where we're at now. So this is good so far, but it's very early in the week. A lot of macro data coming out, this, that, and the other thing. So we need to keep an ear to the streets and the tweets. So taking a look at the daily chart now, you can see we did have a 1 day prepare to buy soon that was flashing, but since we've gotten bought back up, now it's gone away. We already came down to tap a 2618 extension from these 786 breakdowns as well too. So let's go to a 12-hour chart, getting down to the nitty gritty, and let's see if we're starting to see a U-turn over here. So we have a 12-hour prepare to buy soon. Yeah, I mean, ideally, if we can come up here, close above 85K with the daily candle body, it'll be huge. That would be a sign to me that the grand reversal has been initiated, and we would see the 12-hour chart really see cross ups and momentum. We'd see the buy now come in. We'd reclaim key levels. We'd see the 1 day have a U-turn, and that could spill in quickly to the other higher time frames, which we need to see a U-turn. So also, like I had mentioned in the video yesterday, we do have that Bitcoin futures gap at around 84,500, as you can see here. Yeah, all the way at 84,500. So it's likely today we could come up and fill it, but it's just a matter of holding those levels once we come up and not seeing us come up, get rejected, come back down, do that. That's what would bring us lower. We need to see a decisive move up, a hold of those levels, and then ultimately a break to a new high. These local highs around 89K. That's what's going to do it. But level by level, one step at a time. So just note that we have that futures gap. And now let's go to this chart. This is Bitcoin against gold. So if we take a look here, we came down to a macro 786, a micro 786, and just a little bit lower, we have that medium 786. This is a 786 sandwich. And right now we already touched two of them. So if we did come a little bit lower, I'd expect this is where we'd bottom out in Bitcoin against gold. And this is where we would see that reversal, top of the belly of the beast 786, if we haven't already started to reverse now. I would ideally like to see this 10-day chart close above this 50 moving average here, because as you can see back in the August correction, the summer correction of last year, we held that 50 moving average. We held it. And even looking back here, going a little bit further back, you can see that this moving average on the 10-day chart is extremely important because we saw a ton of resistance here we couldn't break up April 2023, May, June, and then finally, like, yeah, June we broke up, came back down, retested it, and then we sent it up, and then came back down to it. We broke it as a recent, retested it on this 10-day candle here. Let's see when that happened. That was, I think, a couple days ago. So it's very important the next 3 days that we see this reclaim back above that 50 moving average. And we can say at that point, if we do, and we close the candle bodies above, and then see the next candle remain above, then it's likely, yeah, we're good to go. So looking at the key charts here, some of the crypto drivers, all the way to the left, we have USDT dominance. So we want to see this go down. And let me throw on the shadings here. As you can see, we poked above the belly of the beast right now. So far, this candle has not closed yet. We're on the daily chart, but we poked above. We want to see us maintain below. So we really want to see by this daily candle close here, us have a long wick on the top, the body closed within the beast. We want the jaws to snap it up. As you can see, we tapped that micro 786, the micro 2618, and we have this medium 786 as a rejection. We came to the levels that we needed to, for that last gasp that we were talking about. And looking to the left here, September 2024, that's where we came to as well too. We're just retesting those levels. And yeah, this daily candle close will be super important across the board for all these key charts that I'm showing. So we want to see the momentum roll over and the body of the candle get sucked back up by the belly of the beast. Middle of the chart, looking at Bitcoin dominance, we do have two prepare to sell soons on the 1-day chart. And as you can see here, looking to the past in February, that second prepare to sell soon was actually the point where we kind of topped out. We saw, a push up. This had the big wickening of February. If that were to happen, it would have happened April 3rd, it seems like. And this is the moment where we're seeing the second prepare to sell soon comparatively to February 7th. And it seems like, after today, we could be out of the woods as far as any wickening events, potentially, not financial advice. But if we do keep going up, I would say this, we have this macro 786 at 64.21%, 64.21%. We tapped that on the wickening of February. We're a hair below it today. And yeah, if we can just see that 1-day sell now come in, then it's likely Bitcoin dominance will come down, USDT dominance, we want to see come down. And then we can see others dominance start to rebound, which we're already starting to see at the moment on the weekly chart for here. And we see a weekly prepare to buy soons, a couple of them. You can see we came down, made a little bit lower of a low than back here in February. And now we're starting to press up. We're starting to press up now. So could this be a black swan, or could it be a second chance? A second chance, in my opinion. So seize it while you can, in my opinion, not financial advice. So if you take a look here, looking at the 5-day chart, let's see. Yeah, prepare to buy soon's there. We're seeing that, if we can see this reverse and see this cross up on the 5-day, the stock RSI, TSI, it's likely to me that it's done. The worst of it is over. If we were to go any lower, we have this 786 here at 7.34%. We're at 7.91% right now. And we came down to 7.6%. So the last gasp, in my opinion. Looking at the alt season pulse chart on the 1-day chart, we had multiple prepare to sell soons, just like comparatively February. If we see that sell now, then we're likely in the clear. Let me go to a higher time frame and let's look to the left to look at the macro structure here, dating back to 2019, 2020, 2021. As you can see, if I put a horizontal line here, I'll hide all the indicators. We came up to, the level of where we've seen those rejections at. This big spike happened just today. So if we were to spike even more, we see more of some blood, then it's likely I would see us top out around like 74% at that point, if we haven't already right now. Because as you can see, if I even draw a trend line hugging the top of these candles here, like this, like that, dating back to like August, you can see that we tapped where we needed to tap. We tap where we needed to tap, and then I'll draw a trend line come in like this. And as you can see, we're in a rising wedge. We come down here and break down through that support line. It's game on. It's game on. So that's what we need to see. We need to see this have a swift mean rejection, come back down, break below the support, and we could see a waterfall, which would lead to a blow off top. And then at that point, that's when you got to follow the signals and exit. Got to follow the signals and exit there. So that's that. Let's go into the US Nasdaq 100. Let's see where we came down to. We came right down to that horizontal green box that I drew in one of my videos. As you can see there, that's where the top of the belly of the beast is. We go to the 3-day chart here. We have 1-day prepare to buy soons. Let's take a look at We got 3-day prepare to buy soons, and then we had this, I think, some 786 sandwiches and stuff like that. Yeah, no, we had breakdown extensions across the board all the way down there. So if we were to go a little bit lower, I'm targeting that 786 here, the macro one, at around 15,535. But we're getting a strong bounce right now. I think we had covered that. Hey, on the 3-day chart, we did. No, I think it was the weekly. Maybe let me go back to it. Weekly prepare to buy soon as well too. And then taking a look, yep, top belly of the beast. And then let's see where the 200 moving averages lie. Yeah, and then right down to the 200 moving average. And we held that for a very long time, 2019, 2020, 2021, etc. So we came down to some macro key levels. If anything, let's say the bottom is not in, we're expected to see at least a relief rebound. That could be substantial. I mean, as far as percentage gains wise, as some of these altcoins, looking to the right here, you have Lucy, Mog, Grass, double digits, and everything was beat red. XRP was a top loser today, and then totally reversed. So speaking of which, let's get into that, and then I'm going to end it off because I don't want this video to go too long, or it might not bounce out to YouTube. So if we take a look here in the video I covered yesterday, I say, hey, worst case scenario, XRP could fall to $1.60. Where did it go to? Smack dab to like $1.60 right there. Yeah, $1.60, which was the purple MA on the snakes, as well as was the 786 here, green 786 there. And we saw a strong bounce from that level. Now we're at $1.90. We even got back to $2. But as you can see, we wicked down so far. And now we're below this underside key support. So very crucial that we see the daily candle body back above this level, just reclaiming this level of $2, of course, and then seeing continuation and not seeing a struggle at that level. Because then we could come down, and worst case scenario, we could see a potential of $1.35 to $1.16 if we do see continued blood in the streets. But if anything, I mean, we came down to a key level, we tapped it, big bounce, 12-hour prepare to buy soon, 1-day chart, we have that prepare to buy soon. If we take a look at the 2-day chart, prepare to buy soon likely. Yeah, my computer's starting to get a little slow now. Okay, no 2-day, but we have a 3-day, or at least we did. Or it might, yeah, we still got it. So 3-day prepare to buy soon. As I put in the Discord for the VIP members, last time we had that signal was back here right before we shot up. So, hey, could this grand reversal happen out of nowhere? Could it be based off of something that comes out as far as tariffs goes? Maybe they delay it, this, that, and the other thing. Could be it. Or could be not. We got to keep our eye on it. It's going to be a critical week, very volatile, but very exciting. So that's going to be it. Link is in the bio. Come join the Discord, and I'll see you guys there and in the next video.